everyone, my name is Muhammad Aikal Himi and my matrix number is A212942. For my part, I will present why higher HDI does not always mean better sustainability for Singapore. So, as we know, Singapore is ranked among the top countries in the world in terms of Human Development Index, which a value of around 0.946 to 0.949 based on the 2025 report. This reflects strong performance in life expectancy, education, and income. However, HDI does not include environmental impact, it only measures human well-being. Because of this limitation, the United Nations introduced the Planetary Pressures Adjusted HDI or PHDI. This index adjusts HDI by considering carbon emission and material footprint. In the case of the Singapore, the PHDI value is significantly lower than its HDI. This shows that although Singapore has achieved very high human development, it still creates environmental pressure through high energy use and consumption. This proves that a country can be highly developed but still sustainable. Therefore, high HDI does not guarantee environmental sustainability.
Good morning everyone, my name is Etika Saravanan and on this slide, I will explain how policy can improve both HALE, which is Healthy Life Expectancy, and PHDI, which adjusts human development based on environmental impact. So first, promoting healthy urban living is very important. Governments can expand green spaces like parks and improve walkable and cycling infrastructure. This encourages people to be more physical active, which improve overall health and increase health. At the same time, greener cities reduce carbon emissions, which supports environmental sustainability and improve PHDI. Second, strengthening preventive healthcare policies plays a key role. By increasing health screenings and early detection, programs for diseases like diabetes and heart disease, individuals can receive treatment earlier. So this improves quality of life and life expectancy. Third, encouraging healthy and sustainable diets is another important policy. Governments can promote reduced sugar and processed food intake through campaigns and regulations. Encouraging plant-based and locally sourced diets improve public health outcomes, while also reducing environmental damage from food production, which benefit PHDI. Finally, sustainable transport policies are crucial. Expanding public transport like MRT and buses and promoting electric vehicles and reduce reliance on private cars. This lowers air pollution, improving respiratory health and health, which also reducing greenhouse gas emission, which enhance PHDI. So next, on this slide, I will explain the key health indicators in Singapore based on WHO data. First, looking at life expectancy and health, Singapore has a very life expectancy of around 83.9 years. Females generally live longer than males. This is much higher than the global average, showing strong healthcare performance. However, health is about 73 to 74 years, which means people spend more than 10 years living with illness and disability. Next, for the leading causes of death, about 80 to 85% of death are due to non-communicable disease such as heart disease, stroke, and cancer. This indicates a shift toward chronic lifestyle-related disease. For both male and females, heart disease and respiratory infection are among the top causes. Moving on to risk factors, major issues include hypertension, smoking, alcohol consumption, and rising obesity rates, while basic living conditions like clean water and sanitation are very good. Lifestyle related risks are increasing, especially linked to unhealthy diets and lack of physical activity. Finally, the health system in Singapore is very strong. Government spending on healthcare is increasing, and there is a well developed healthcare workforce, including doctors, nurses, and pharmacists. This shows that Singapore has a strong capacity to manage health issues effectively. So, in conclusion, although Singapore has a strong healthcare outcomes, the main challenge is managing rising chronic disease caused by lifestyle factors.
Okay, for the next, we have evaluate development using HDI and PHDI. Singapore HDI is around 0.946, placing it among the top countries globally and the highest in Asia. However, when adjusted for environmental pressure, the PHDI score very drop. So, this difference show that part of Singapore development comes with environmental costs. So, what the difference between HDI and PHDI is mainly due to environmental factors. Singapore has relatively high carbon emission per capita and an energy intensive economy. It is also a major global hub for shipping and oil refining, which increase emission. In addition, Singapore depends heavily on import for food, energy, and raw material. This increase is a material footprint. Data from the Human Development Report show that countries with higher emission and resources use experience a larger reduction when HDI is adjusted to PHDI. Okay, next is identify sustainability issues. Singapore face several sustainability challenges. First is a climate change pose a serious risk, especially rising sea levels because Singapore is a low-lying island. Second, Singapore has limited natural resources and depends heavily on imports. Third, waste management is a growing issue due to limited landfill space. All these factors show that sustainability remains a major challenge despite high development. Sustainable social policy, efficiency, and welfare. So, Singapore health policy are highly effective in achieving both efficiency and welfare. Efficiency and welfare. The system focused on preventive care, which reduce long-term costs and improve healthy life expectancy. The share of the responsibility model ensure that individual, government, and insurance all play a role. This all keep the system efficient while maintaining high quality care. Environmental sustainability policy. Singapore also implements environmental policy to improve sustainability, like the carbon tax help reduce emission by encouraging firms to adopt a cleaner technology. The Green Plan 2030 focus on long-term sustainability, including energy efficiency and environmental protection. These all policy help reduce environmental impact while supporting economic growth. Trade-off growth versus sustainability. There is a clear trade-off between economic growth and sustainability. Economic growth increase energy use and emission, while environmental policy may increase cost for business. Singapore managed this trade-off through innovation and technology, aiming to achieve sustainable growth without harming the environment.